Good morning, and here we are on the last day. We're back where we started, on the slipway, and it is a bit slippy. I need about another hour's worth of water so I can get the boat on the pontoon there and the car is on a clean bit of slipway. As you can see from the boats behind me, the tide's out quite a way at the minute, but another hour and a half and it'll be fine. There's some lovely boats here. Lovely big deep keel on that one. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Marvellous Marine team for finding bits of space for putting the boat against a pontoon for the duration of my stay. I'm not as young and agile as I used to be for clambering across different boats, rafted up with all my fishing gear every morning. So it has been a great benefit just to have the boat right alongside a pontoon and be able to dump my gear in the morning. So thanks, Marvellous Marine team. I want to say I'm not sponsored by them. I pay the same as everybody else. I'm not getting any kickback. They're just a good bunch down here. So thanks very much. I don't know if you can see this, but even the big boats are bobbing up and down. And the pontoon here, I can feel it moving underneath me. So when you can see the big boats snatching at their moorings, it's definitely not time for Phil going out. I'm staying in. The wind is predicted to do one of its 30 mile an hours again at about 11 o'clock. It's also looking very grey, and it is forecast to chuck it down with rain. Another reason maybe for not going out. So the plan this morning was to have gone out and got a couple of hours fishing in. But you know what? It's blowing. I could have got out, but I just think it's really nice to end on a high. And yesterday for me and the last video for you was such a lovely day that I think I want to end on that one. Not a windy day where I'm getting blasted around and spray everywhere. So yeah, I'm getting soft in my old age, but I think it's nice to finish like that. And we had some great fish yesterday. We'll talk more about those in a minute. So when I came in last night, I had to put my boat just here. She looks so small amongst everything else. Right, let's get the cover off and let's have a little chat. So it's a hide in the wheelhouse day today. So it was really nice to have a day with Steve coming out. Steve from Sparta Fishing. It's a shame the fish didn't want to come and play that day, but we had a really good day together. It was really enjoyable. If you want to see more about how Steve got on when he was down here, he did some shore fishing. Have a look at his channel, Sparta Fishing, and he's got some good stuff on there. It's also been really nice to just have a chat with some of the viewers and subscribers, some of whom I've met here on the marina. They've come up and said, Phil, I've been watching your videos. And others that have either waved to me and shouted, hi Phil, as they're going past on a boat, or I was 3 miles out and a guy called Tim appeared in his boat and we had a chat and exchanged some information about the fishing. I really appreciate that. It's really nice. I enjoy sharing the videos, but it's also nice just sharing a chat with people when I see them. This morning I've got some fine Cornish coffee on board again. My wife really looks after me. Thank you, Mrs. Angle UK. Without you, there wouldn't have been any of these breakfast sandwiches and coffee. Thanks. So what about these fish? What about the catches? Because that's the most important bit. What I think I'll do is put together a little collage of the video clips and just sort of go back through some of the things that we caught. There was that wonderful cuckoo wrasse. I just love the bright colours on them. They just bring a real big smile to your face. And as I was exchanging in the comments with one of the regular viewers, There's any things like tub gurnard and that really have similar colour and beautiful little fish. So I was pleased to catch that. I was pleased it went back. Then we had the nice ballan wrasse. Now I think I've had a bigger ballan wrasse about 3 years ago, and I'll have to look back through the videos. But all the same, quality fish, very nice. And again, that one went back. So that was really good too. But then I had that surprise little launce that came up, and I was surprised to get that. I wasn't sure I'd actually got anything on the line. I couldn't really feel it on the weight. So there's the little launce there. You didn't get to see too much of it because they're a really wriggly fish. Well, the mackerel, they've been hard to find, but I did manage to locate some. And after that first one, made a bid for freedom. We did manage to get a couple aboard, which was good for bait. When I was using the mackerel for bait, I was after the thornback and the bullhuss. Well, as you'll have seen, we had some really fine bullhuss, beautiful coloured bullhuss. What did we get? 3 or was it 4 of those? We had a great time, but we got the bullhuss. I had an attempt to get back to the mark where I got the thornback previously, and the weather just conspired against me, and I wasn't able to really do it justice. I did have a try yesterday being the last video for you, and I wasn't successful. I didn't manage to get it. So that's a reason for coming back next year. It's got to be said that has to be one of the biggest pollock I've caught, and I measured it against the back of the boat there on my scale on the measure, and it was the best part of 57-58 centimetres. Really nice fish, so I'm super pleased to get that. And that was off a wreck, the SS Jersey Queen, and I was fishing down in about 60 metres, so getting on for 200 foot. So that was really good, and it was just the weather window. It was so calm, as you'll have seen out there. It just allowed me to get out and fish that far out, because I wouldn't normally do that in such a small boat. On the way out there, of course, was the little schoolie bass. Fantastic. Really pleased to get that. Nice to have a bass aboard. I fished a similar area that I'd done last year and been successful. It wasn't quite as successful this year, but we got the bass, so not complaining at all. The other thing that was interesting that came up off the wreck and was the first on this boat was a pouting. Now I know there'll be people fishing the channel that have got hundreds of pouting and just can't believe that, but I've never caught a pouting before, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I did do a Google on it, so little pouting. Then of course I was advised if I went a little bit further out than the SS Jersey Queen to a wreck called the Spittle, that there was some very nice sized whiting there. Whiting in the sort of 35 to 40 centimetre area, so nice big fish, and that was great. So I had a couple of drops there and caught 4 whiting. I then came back in for pasty, and as you'll know, I do like my pasties. So I thought I'd try and get some drone footage this year, and I've had one of those little Mavic Minis for a few years, but I've not used it much because it really does get affected by the wind. It's only tiny little light thing. It's 249 grams, and I'm not the most expert of using it. There's another problem with it too, and that is landing in such a small space at the back of the boat. So your boat's moving and you've got to avoid things. There's a little film clip here of the drone coming down to land, and as you'll see, we've got to avoid the VHF aerial, avoid fishing rods, and lower it to somewhere where I can actually grab hold of it. You can't actually land, well, you could actually land it on the deck, but you'd have to be very skillful. But if you catch the drone in mid-flight and turn it upside down, that turns it off. You've just got to mind your fingers, and yeah, it did actually clip my finger on one occasion. But we have managed to get some drone footage, and I just love it. I think it looks great. I need to improve on that and bring more of that to the channel for you. So look out for that in the future. Now the other thing is that I've really enjoyed the days off, the times when I've not been filming the fishing. And I've just taken my wife and the dog and we've just gone pottering up some of the creeks. So we just motored up the creeks, and one of the creeks round the corner here has got an inn. At the Pandora, they've got their own jetty. So we moored up on the jetty and went and got coffee. And whilst we were sat on the end of the jetty with our coffees, we were watching people with hand lines for crabs, and they were having a great time. But bring a smile to my face, because I remember doing that as a kid myself. But it was really nice just to potter up the river, go up the Fal past the King Harry ferry, and just, it's nice to have the dog on board, have my wife on board, and just have a little chat and take in the view. So that's been really nice too. And there's been some excellent walks. So I've taken deer around the coast here. There's some little headland walks. So that's been great as well. Well, I think maybe another half hour or so, and there'll be sufficient water on that slipway to take the boat out. So whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to take some of the rods apart and put the fishing hooks and things back in the boxes, get them out of the way. But I just wanted to say thanks for coming along, thanks for coming on the journey, thanks for all your comments, thanks for everyone that's watched things. I really do appreciate it. I love sharing this stuff. We may not catch hundreds of fish, I may not be the best fisherman, I'm just an average fella going out fishing and sharing the journey with you. So hope you enjoy that. If you've enjoyed what you've seen on this trip, have a look back at the playlist for Cornwall 2023, because there's quite a few videos there of what I got up to last year. And I'll be back, I think, for Cornwall 2025. Yeah, definitely. I've got the book. It's part of an annual event for me, this. I do like coming down here. So, to sum up, it's been a great trip. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me via YouTube. Let's do it again next year. All I've got to say now is tight lines from me, tail wag from D. I'm going to get stuck into my Cornish coffee. I'm going to sort out these rods, and we'll probably do a little bit of filming of the boat coming out the water. And then it's that long drag home back up to Scotland for some more adventures. Okay, bye for now. One of the things about the slip is that there's no rings on the pontoon to stop people mooring on it. But that's a pain when there's just you coming alongside trying to get your boat in. The rain's about to start as well, I can feel that. Up to the car. The rain's coming down, so I'm not sure how much more I can film. And just in case you're wondering why I brought the boat in, this is the following day after all that calm weather of the previous video. So, God, I wouldn't want to be out in a sea like that. Take care, stay safe out there.